Shedeur Sanders, just, talk about that and the draft. Abdul goes 3, Warren goes 14, which is cool.
Yep.
Steelers get a defensive tackle. So Shedeur Sanders drops to the 5th round. That was a huge topic of discussion. Just my thoughts on it. He was, from the stories of his draft interviews, we'll start there. He handled them like an idiot. Like he couldn't have been worse with his pre-draft interviews. He was arrogant. He didn't know, they had him on the whiteboard. He didn't know that stuff. I guess the only thing he knew was certain personnel and a spread formation. That's all he knew. He was had his headphones in. He was listening to music. He was FaceTiming his friends during NFL meetings. And this is coming from guys that I've listened to on podcasts that have their own shows and they play to Colorado. They're close to the program. He said, if you don't like me, don't draft me. He couldn't have been worse.
Yeah.
And my conclusion is that Shedeur Sanders, talented, nowhere near his dad. No one is really near his dad.
No.
This is a mortal. Shedeur is mortal. His dad is immortal. His dad is one of the best athletes to ever walk the face of the earth on any level of any sport. He is not. Shedeur is not. Okay. He went into his draft process like his dad did, but he's not good enough to do that. First of all, he's a quarterback. You can't act like that. Nope. I don't know if Dion would have been drafted as a quarterback if he was a quarterback. Probably. I don't know. Back then, that was in 89, I think.
Yes.
They took Green Bay took that Tony Mandarich guy over Barry Sanders, Deion Sanders, so many guys. They took, instead of those guys, they took Tony Mandarich instead. All right, this guy. Okay, it's multifaceted. The podcasts I've listened to, they say it's Deion's fault, which I kind of agree with. All right, Deion Sanders is so confident in himself that he thinks his son is the same thing. Okay, Deion's always been confident. He's never been anything but confident, and most of the time he's been right. All right, he thought that I can just be like this. My son can be like this. He's good enough. He said he was going to be a top 5 pick 2 years ago. He said him and Travis Hunter were going to be top 5. Dude, you can't be like your dad, and your dad can't think you should be like that because you're not as good. You're not even close to as good. I would never want him on my NFL team. He's not good. I don't know if he's even going to make a team. Dude, they drafted Dylan Gabriel and him. All right. And they got Deshaun Watson. They got Kenny Pickett. And then they got 5 quarterbacks, dude. He might not even make the team.
Yep.
And he was supposed to be Mel Kiper's number 1 pick. Mel Kiper showing a Shedeur Sanders highlight right after Cam Ward gets drafted number 1. That has anything to do with Cam Ward being taken number 1. It doesn't.
No.
That was shameful. But hey, it is what it is. I hope it humbles him and his dad. So,
I mean, history has shown that it doesn't. You say humble him. I mean, history has shown it doesn't. They are always going to have in their minds that they are the best. You have to. I mean, anyone who plays a sport, when you start at the bottom, when you do the Pop Warner, when you do then middle school, high school, college, the NFL, all the levels, I mean, you just got to think you're the best. And when you have Deion Sanders, I think that guy owns the title outside of maybe Terrell Owens as the biggest diva in the history of the sport. I mean, it's a close one, but I would put probably Dion over Terrell because he's a little older. So I think he owns that. So, but again, he backed it up. Like, that's the thing. You can't knock Deion Sanders because everything he said about himself, he did make happen. He really did.
Yeah.
He was always a champion.
That supposedly, when he went to the combine, he drove up, went into the stadium, ran a 4.1, ran out of the stadium, got in the car, and left. He didn't even know his time. That's how good he was.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, dude,
it's like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Deion Sanders, Tom Brady, Pele. Like 5 people right there that they're the best ever.
Right. They certainly are the names. They certainly, yes. I mean, so for you to have a child then goes into the same profession as you, I mean, let's face it, we've seen many TV shows, and HBO does a great job with those kind of, like Succession is the one that comes to mind right now, where it's like your father built this empire and you have these children that are going to take over. No, they're not really, because I'm the only one who knows how to do what I do, but I also have to keep it, in the family. Like, I see like those types of shows all the time. And that just seems like we're living that type of thing with the NFL right now, like with him. And Shedeur, yes, you can stamp it that he has every Colorado record. Man, I mean, yes, it's nice to know that the Big 12 will be recognized in that regard. But, I mean, you look at like how they handled themselves this year with big games, didn't really show. They were close, but they ended up losing. What did they end up with their record? I mean, was it 8-4, 9-3? I mean, was it? I forget what they ended up with, Colorado.
Oh, they were like 8-4.
Yeah, like pretty much kind of right. Like they were projected to go undefeated and maybe have a case to be a top 10 or maybe challenge the bracket. Like, no, like in the end, you only can go so far.
And he had his jersey retired, man. Okay, his record was 13-12, never won a bowl game. And Colorado is rich with history. Okay, they Cordell Stewart. I think Brian Westbrook played there. Salam won the Heisman. Salam won the Heisman over Kajana Carter in 94, 95.
What's his name? The guy who has his own team, his own show. Is it Joe Kraft? Is that his name on Fox?
2 years, yeah. Say that again.
Joel Klatt.
Yeah. What about him?
I'm saying, like, didn't he have like a lot of numbers and like records at Colorado too?
Yeah, I think Joel Klatt played. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Joel Klatt played for Colorado too. So Cordell Stewart, like Kid Cowboy just said, Cordell Stewart. It's a program that's rich in history, man. Like they Matt McChesney, who's on the Coach JV show, played at Colorado. He's another alum, played in the NFL for like 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that pissed them all off that he had his jersey retired. But it's just like prima donna. It's like the definition of a prima donna.
Right. But again, we just named all the quarterbacks on the Cleveland Browns. Like, we're talking about a team that barely sees one. Now they have like 100. I've never seen a more crowded quarterback room, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, like
it's crazy.
It's Alice in Wonderland. It's the Tea Party. Like, there's the Mad Hatter, there's the March Hare, there's any other crazy name you can throw out. But I'm saying, like, it seems like everyone's like thinking, like, is it their Marion birthday? I don't really know. I mean, it's just, we're now talking about Shedeur Sanders, who got chosen behind Dylan Gabriel under him. Like, Dylan Gabriel went before him, and now we're talking about him could be compared to Kenny Pickett. That is not a good look, no matter how you want to spin it. You're saying you want to be an NFL quarterback, and it's like you are now being compared to see if you're going to make the roster with Kenny Pickett. I mean, it's very obvious that Dylan Gabriel and Deshaun still have shots to like be the head quarterback. But again, you can talk about Shedeur Sanders and Kenny Pickett. I mean, it's just, I'm not saying it's laughable to be insulting,
it's crazy, man.
but It's insane. Like, I've never seen this kind of situation. If I am a wide receiver or if I'm anyone who can catch the ball, I am like so ticked off in the Cleveland like team because it's just like I've got so many men. I don't know who to go with. I mean,
well, Jared, just to finish off here, and we'll get into Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
It's the Browns. All right,
Yes.
we know the Browns. All right, it's laughable.
Yeah.
That's right, kid.
It is.
All right, it's the Browns. Okay, they gave Deshaun Watson $250 million guaranteed. That's insane. All right, they didn't know about this massage stuff before. First of all, okay, but Deshaun Watson was not good enough to give $250 million to, for one thing. I don't think that guy's going to come in and win you a Super Bowl. All right, he was good, but you got Kenny Pickett, you have Dylan Gabriel, you have another quarterback, and you have Shedeur Sanders. One of those guys isn't making it. Dylan Gabriel's better than Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders, again, might not even make a team, okay? Mel Kiper had him as the first pick. I mean, that whole back and forth with him and Reese Davis and the other guy, the one guy that's on there is really good, the ESPN. I forget his name. Very knowledgeable Monday Night Football guy. I mean, it's a joke, dude. It's insane. And then a mock, I think it's 247 had a mock for next year already. I've looked at mocks for next year. They have the Browns taking Drew Aller at number 2. Like, God, it's insane, man. It's the Steelers, as shitty as this is right now with them, they will never be that bad. I don't think.
No.
Never.
No.
They'll never. Like, that is laughable.
Yes.
It's insane. Just like Kid Cowboy said, it's insane. Like, dude, it's crazy. Like, they need to do Hard Knocks with the Browns this year. Please, God.